in a strict state, man, that's a night. That mean the average citizen are not gonna take the chance to match that. Man, no, man.
You can't match that fire.
You can't, man. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. You can't because the average law-abiding citizen are gonna follow the God laws and not get no gun.
Right.
And you got a 13-year-old with it, a 14-year-old with it, with a motherfucker go, brr, brr, and that let out 30 motherfucking bullet with that. Brr. No, man. But this what I know. We can stop it.
Think so?
I know so.
How?
You got to target second graders, third graders, first graders. You have to deliberately target them kids. Just like they target them on YouTube when they watching Disney channels. Just like they target them on Saturday morning when they watching cartoon with commercials. You got to target them. You got to target it now, man. Yeah.
You gotta remember when we was growing up, we had the commercials, Smokey the Bear, this is your brain on drugs. We don't have none of that no more.
Yeah, but it used to be legal for any commercials to run a commercial on Saturday mornings during cartoon time. You could not play a commercial in this country during that. Now, homie, they target children. They got gay shit for kids. They got everybody got something for kids except us. The rappers got they ain't got parental advisory shit for kids. Man, kids can cheat the code and get on social media apps.
Yeah.
So kids can be punks now, openly. So we got to be just as brutal as a 12-year-old kid saying, I want my dick to be a pussy. We got to be as brutal as that. And just as open as two punks kissing on TV. They won't let a kid watch, but they'll let them watch on TV. That's which true. Is the same thing. So we got to be just as brutal. And it ain't nothing to knock that community. But we got to be just as openly as a man coming out to college and said, man, I want to have a baby with another man. And our kids hear him say that. We got to be just as open with gun rights, with gun responsibilities, with death, murder, violence. They can't be shielded from it no more.
What about because, of course we gonna be vigilant and reach certain youth and so on and so forth. It almost seems like they got to get past the threshold of going through it, though. You know what I'm saying? Almost like, they so influenced by the music in the streets that.
But see, that's how you get them then. If it's the music that got them, you got to start things that attract them with music or something.
Well, we gotta. That's how we check their temperature. We gotta create to hear what they rapping and singing about. We gotta create shit to say, okay, y'all, show us, give us a talent show, and see if they play Kill 'Em Up, Bang 'Em in the talent show. Hey man, write us a play. Hey y'all, let's do a play and see. It's just like when a kid that's suspected of being maliciously touched. They'll put this kid in a room with a whole bunch of dolls and things. It just let that motherfucker play by itself. Eventually, that kid is gonna start touching in areas where it's been touched. It's gonna start raising up the dress because it's gonna mimic the behavior. That's how they sit back and watch a kid to see if it's been. So, homie, we gotta do the same thing. Hey, y'all, come on, y'all, all the kids gather together. Come on, y'all, let's play. And watch these motherfuckers. See which little boy hitting every goddamn body. Say, why you? Cause he being hit on. We gotta engage them so we can check the temperatures. Nobody's engaging the youth until they doing something stupid. So meaning, a woman who having problem with her children, little talking back, punching holes in the wall, but he hadn't caught any criminal cases. If she don't never call the police on him because he done caught a domestic violence at home and scared everybody, and he go to juvenile or jail to get his anger management, she can't get no service. Gotta get in trouble to get some help.
Yeah.
Help is only provided for a motherfucker in trouble in that system.
That's the truth.
And that's to fund the system. Because you go out to pay $20, $10, $30 something to go to the class. So it ain't no help. That's where we come in at. This man had a viable program where they were saving 100 kids from going to prison and catching criminal convictions because they had a first-time program that was an alternative to just giving a kid his first conviction. The white folk can only give them funding, say maybe 3 to 5 years tops, before they say, okay, we either gonna cut the funding or take the funding.
That's what they
Once
did.
they take the funding, okay, man, the program gone. We supposed to come in and say, oh man, we'll fund. How much does it cost to fund these kids? Okay, how much was the government paying to fund each kid to keep this program coming? The nigga find a sponsor for them kids. We don't need the government no more. We see the program work. He got an evidence-based program. Fuck you talking about I give $1,000 a month for a tax write-off for a motherfucking program like that. Come on, man. You don't cost the government $20,000 a year to keep a grown motherfucker locked up. Let's say it costs $60,000 to $100,000 to keep one kid locked up a year. Man, if we get this motherfucking $12,000 for this one kid, we get kept in the government save some money.
That's all they was giving us, about 60. You know, I was going to the meetings and all that.
You
Sitting down with the board, they was only giving us like 60, I think.
We helping the government save some money, and we saving taxpaying dollars. We done took the burden off, but you know, but if we waiting for the government, we gonna keep losing good programs.
I'm gonna tell you some crazy thing. When they cut the program, right? I want to say, because I had an after-school program too. I took them from the age of 8 to 15. I had probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 to 7 kids when the program got cut, went out there and caught cases.
Say, man,
As soon as they cut the program,
That's
these
crazy.
kids went out there and caught
all
bunch of cases,
statistical data. You
locked
can
up
do
and
you can
everything.
do your research. All statistical data says that 80 to 90% of kids who get in trouble in the juvenile system, if you don't get them the proper services when they get out of trouble, home, they back real arrested within 1 year.
Yep, repeated.
They back real arrested. That's 80 to 90%. Well, most grown motherfuckers, 85% of them is back in prison within 5 years or rearrested. So you got a 5-year threshold for grown motherfuckers, then you got a 1-year threshold for juveniles. That has more to do with the community. They got less to do with the courts and the system. Man, the system only go fund so much because ultimately this motherfucker who keep coming back fund the system. So we just go play ping pong. But if y'all really want to say this motherfucker, he coming back to y'all create something. Cause y'all get money to do shit anyway.
Yeah.
So y'all create something. He coming back to y'all. That's y'all cousin, y'all uncle, y'all nephew. He coming back to y'all house and can't find a job. So, but ain't nobody living around there. The church, the that work at the bank that can give a loan to him if he start a landscaping bit. Ain't nobody creating nothing, no alternative. So you gotta have an alternative to whatever conditions you complaining about, and then you gotta have some resources for the alternative.